Bingo Blitz rules.
If your bingo has ads in it,
That's not a bingo.
if it doesn't have the coolest tournaments, mini games, and the most breathtaking design,
Nope, not a bingo.
if your bingo moment makes you feel so excited that you just want to burst in joy and scream out loud, bingo! Sorry, so you're playing...
Bingo Blitz? Now that's a bingo. Go for a world of excitement with Bingo Blitz, the #1 free bingo game. Download Bingo Blitz and play for free.
Now that's a bingo.
This episode is brought to you by Skinny Pop Popcorn. Perfectly popped, endlessly delicious. Oh, so light and crunchy. Skinny Pop Original Popcorn is the snack you've been searching for. Made with just 3 simple ingredients: popcorn kernels, sunflower oil, and salt. Snacking never felt or tasted so good. Perfectly popped, endlessly delicious. Give yourself permission to snack and pick up Skinny Pop Original Popcorn today.
Let's hang out.
Let's hang out.
And let's talk about what lessons have found.
Let's hang out.
And let's listen to 2 lesbians shout.
Let's hang out.
Let's hang out.
Welcome back to Let's Hang Out. I'm Ellie Brigida.
And I'm Lee Holmes Foster, and here's what's happening this week.
This week in the Lesdom.
This week in the Lesdom is somewhere we can touch base each episode about things going on with the podcast or otherwise. And the first thing we have to talk about is our live show in Boston. We are so excited. It's going to be June 8th at 7 p.m. at WBR City Space. You can get tickets at bit.ly/LesBostonLive. We are so excited. We hope to see all of you there. We're going to be having Marie Connor, who's This Tall Awkward Girl on Twitter. If you're not following her, you should. She is hilarious. Dylan Usher, who actually opened for Fortune Feimster, which is pretty amazing. And Isha Patnaik, who is actually featured in the 2019's HBO Presents Women in Comedy Festival. We are so excited. We're going to be talking about Why the Little Mermaid, Rocco's Modern Life, and The Parent Trap, the one with the... I was going to say the Lohan twins, but realized it's just Lindsay Lohan twice. So The Parent Trap with Lindsay Lohan twice. We are so excited. If you live in Boston, or even if you don't and just want to take a trip, we would love to see you there. Yet again, you can get your tickets at bit.ly/LesBostonLive. We also have a bunch of Les Hangouts coming up. Our Les Hangouts in Pittsburgh is June 4th. In Seattle is also June 4th. And in Boston is June 13th. If you want more details, make sure you join our Facebook page for all of those. And we have a TeePublic sale this week again. So many of you bought t-shirts last week. We are so excited to see all of your Pride gear. We have one more sale before Pride Month starts, and it's going to be May 22nd through 24th. So make sure you get all of your Les Hangout Pride tees, Pride mugs, so you can rock them all through June and the rest of the year. And in the greater Les universe, I'm sure some of you are already watching, but if you have not, you need to start watching Gentleman Jack. It is amazing, cheeky, and period piece. Everything that you could ever want in a lesbian series. So if you're not watching Gentleman Jack, you are really missing out. Make sure to start watching it because it's wonderful. And with that, back to you, Ellie and Lee. Thanks, Ellie and Lee, and welcome to our 27th installment of Should Have Been Gay.
Oh, it was fun, it was great, but it should have been a little more gay.
And in this week's episode, no gays beyond our reach, Elastic Gay!
I love it so much.
I wish everyone could have seen my really impressive superhero arm thrust into the air.
Yeah, it was
in
really
defiance
impressive.
of society's expectations of me. It was something, y'all. It was something.
I like to say that gayness is elastic instead of fluid.
Ooh. Wow. That was like some deep words for this early in the episode, Ellie.
Right? I've been sitting on that all day, so.
You're like, I wrote it down this morning, so I didn't forget.
Just say it. I'm like, you don't need to wait.
As our more astute listeners may have already figured out, This week, we are going to be talking about Incredibles 2, not Incredibles 1, although that would be a fun challenge sometime down the line.
I feel like there still is some gay in the first Incredibles. We'll talk
I'm sure
about
we
it.
could find
but
it,
the
yeah.
second one,
Incredibles 2, that's really,
oh, they really push it.
that's what we're going to dig into a little bit, because, whew,
It really should have been gay, and we're gonna get into it.
So why don't we start with our IMDb synopsis, which is as follows. The Incredibles hero family takes on a new mission, which involves a change in family roles. Bob Parr, Mr. Incredible, must manage the house while his wife Helen, Elastigirl, goes out to save the world.
Love it. That is a pretty accurate description. I will say, just to start off, like, just shifting those gender roles to start this whole episode leads well into what we're going to talk about. But my gay synopsis is not really about Mr. Incredible or Helen. It's about my favorite character, Evelyn. And this is a superhero movie where the supervillain can't sit and cannot hide her gayness. Yeah.
Amazing. Here's what I think my gay synopsis would be. Buckle up, kids. Mom's got a new job. She's wearing the pants now, and she's the one having the affair. Take that, gender norms.
I love that. Oh, see, that's where we'll talk. That's where I have some moral dilemmas with this film, because Mr. Incredible and Elastigirl, he's taking care of the family. He's doing all the things. He's a great man. He has some issues with his masculinity and how fragile it is. I will give it to Bob.
Well, what man doesn't,
right?
you know?
But he's doing his best for his family. So I have a hard time being like, you know what, Elastigirl, you go. You cheat on your husband who's doing everything and being a good
But you
dude.
don't have to be conflicted, Ellie. She doesn't in reality, but, we're just gonna dream a little.
we're gonna toy with it a little bit. So,
Yeah.
Lee, what was your experience with Incredibles 2?
So, let's start with me, right? My experience is I still haven't seen Incredibles 2, but like a dutiful podcaster, I have done ample research for all of you. You're welcome.
Yes.
But I haven't actually watched it yet, but now I started doing research, and now I'm obsessed with I need to watch it, now.
See, I actually really love these episodes where...
Poor one of us hasn't seen it.
Yeah, I feel like maybe we should even make that our format, to be like, all right, one of us has to have not seen it. Because...
But some of the best ones we've definitely seen. I mean...
Yes, I love it. My experience with Incredibles 2 is that I watched it on a plane, like all great kids movies. I feel like I cannot justify seeing a children's film in theaters anymore, even though, of course I want to, especially with Incredibles 2, because when did the first one come out? When I was a child.
Oh my God,
or in
so
high school,
long ago.
Right?
Yeah, it was 15 years ago.
Yeah. The first Incredibles was a movie that I watched at a normal age to watch an
Cartoon
animated
movie. The
right? So I love The Incredibles, and when I heard that Incredibles 2 was coming out, I was super excited about it. But, alas, I just saw it on a plane. Sitting on a plane watching a Should Have Been Gay is always the best experience.
Okay, I'm gonna say what wins though: sitting on a plane watching a Should Have Been Gay, or sitting on a plane watching a L'Essential, because they're both both A+ experiences.
Which one did you watch? Did you watch The Favorite on a plane or something?
I watched The Favorite again on BART. I know one of the many times I watched it to take notes for our episode.
Yes, you're right. Obviously, watching a L'Essential is a little bit more obvious. But, so I read this article by Heather Hogan about Incredibles 2.
Our fave Heather Hogan.
Yes. And she was talking about how she went to see it in theaters by herself. And she wished she had been with another gay because she just was looking around the theater and she said she found another gay, because you do, and gave her a knowing look. And they both were like, this is so gay. That's what I want to happen. You know, when you're on the plane and you're watching the movie and you're like, is anyone else Is anyone else seeing how gay this is?
Yeah,
Like,
right?
is this just me?
Also, you know who did watch Carol on a Plane is Heather Hogan, and then wrote an amazing... Maybe she wrote an Autostraddle article
Yeah.
about watching it on the plane. I think so. You should find it. You should look it up. It's hysterical. But I definitely watched something on a plane. I don't remember.
Yes. But either way, so good.
Sometimes you just need to know that other people are seeing what you're seeing. That's
Yes.
why we do this segment.
We're always seeing what you're seeing. We promise
Yes.
you. And this one is so not even subtexty. So let's just jump in. Which characters should have been gay?
Well, let's start with one and work our way through.
All right, great. So number one. Actually, let's start with the smaller ones and work up to the big ones.
Oh, wow. You're gonna build the anticipation.
Yes, because smaller but serious honorable mention to Void.
Oh, absolutely.
So, number one, not to say like lesbians have to look a certain way, but Void definitely looks like a type of lesbian, one of them.
Yes.
With the like side shave, the colored hair, the alt punk lesbian type, I would say.
Void's the type of lesbian who could, like, do your tarot reading.
Yes. yes. And the way that she talks to Elastigirl is just like the ultimate, like, I've been in love with this woman. Like, it's her celebrity crush.
This is someone who had Elastigirl, like a wall of Elastigirl photos in her bedroom.
Yes.
Who still has a wall of Elastigirl photos in her bedroom.
Exactly. And didn't realize until much later why she really loved Elastigirl. But she
Void
really
used
loved
to
Elastigirl.
draw little hearts in her notebook and write, like, Mrs. Elastigirl inside of them.
Oh my god. So true.
Oh, am I gonna make you cry already?
Yes, I love Void so much. And also, her speech to Elastigirl is basically like, when I saw you, I knew that I could be me.
Yeah.
Right? And of course, I always say that magic is a metaphor for gayness. Also, superpowers, metaphor for gayness.
100%. We get the coolest metaphors.
We really do.
We could take over the world with our metaphors.
Yes, superpowers and magic. It's so gay, but true. I love it so much. This whole movie, if you take superheroes are illegal in the movie, you have Violet, who is honorable mention number 2, always talking about how it's so unfair. Why does she have to hide who she is? Because it's illegal, because other people don't understand, right?
But damn it, they were born this way.
Exactly. Maybe they were born this way.
No, okay. I was saying this to Ellie before we started recording, but given that I hadn't seen the movie and I just had to do my research so that we could record this, all Ellie told me is, oh my god, Incredibles 2 is the gayest thing, you have to see it, and we have to do an episode on it. And I immediately 100% assumed the gay was going to be Violet.
Yeah.
I refuse to believe Violet's not at least coming out as bisexual in college.
Oh, yes. For sure. And she does. In Incredibles 2, she has a love story with a boy. It's very sweet, cute.
Sure. Not to discount that at all.
I will give that to her. But I agree. When I said in the beginning of the episode, Incredibles 1, debatable, it was because of Violet. But that's, I think we need to see Violet progress a bit. But she is totally the awkward, anxious gay.
For sure.
Oh, yeah. Love her. And hope she gets to be who she is.
We'll wait. We'll wait for Incredibles 3.
Yeah.
We've got time.
Also, this is maybe a stretch, but I don't even care. Dash is so Metro. That, like, I could just see him either growing up to be this, like, preppy, full of himself jock. Which, you know what? Honestly, no matter what. Preppy, full of himself jock. Either so gung-ho about his sexuality that he's like the coolest gay guy on campus, right? Or completely straight bro dude. We have to see where Dash comes. But I would love to see him as this uber confident gay in the future.
That would be amazing. Also, while we're talking about the potential gay in Incredibles 1, I mean, there's no way that Syndrome didn't also grow up with a whole wall of Mr. Incredible photos.
Oh, yeah.
And had a giant, like, little man crush on him. 100%.
100%. Yes.
Yeah. Also, wait. You didn't even have this written down, and I am so disappointed in you right now, and so I'm going to publicly shame you on our podcast in front of everyone. How, when we're talking about gay characters in The Incredibles, is Edna Mode not even written down?
Oh my god, Edna!
There is no way, not even a little bit of a chance, that Edna Mode is not a lesbian.
Oh, she's such a lesbian. Oh my
Come
god.
on.
I'm so... Honestly, I deserve to be shamed for that.
You're welcome, everyone.
Yes.
I did that for you.
Oh my god, I love Edna so much. Edna, to throw it back to another should have been gay, Edna is basically Bellatrix Lestrange's character in Ocean's 8. What?
Yes!
I'm like, what's that actor's
Oh my
name?
God,
And I know
she's
it.
a real
Helena
life
Bonham
Edna
Carter.
Mode. Yes.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
All come in full circle.
She's like a tiny take no shit lesbian.
Yeah, she really is. Oh my god, I love her so much. I just love all the characters. The character work in this film, impeccable. Which brings us to, now that I think all the minor characters we've
had our aperitifs, now
yes,
we're ready.
Yes.
Okay.
Now I won't keep you waiting too long to talk about Evelyn.
Let's talk about Evelyn, could we?
Yes. Evelyn is like the power lesbian of my dreams. Like, yes, she's a villain. Sorry, spoiler alert. But I don't even care. Can you please read what you read to me
Oh, hold on, I have to
before we
find it.
started this episode? Because it perfectly sums up how I am going to guess, a lot of you and our audience feel about Evelyn in Incredibles 2.
So, as can only be expected, some of my research for this episode led me to Tumblr.
Of course.
As is so wont to happen when researching gay things. So, I would like to credit Tumblr user Carol Daddy Danvers
Oh my god!
for this excellent take on The Incredibles 2 that goes as follows. The human part of my brain, queer coding Evelyn Dever and then making her evil, is bad. The lesbian part of my brain, step on me, hot evil lady.
Honestly, I feel that so much.
I love the internet so much sometimes.
I feel that so much. Well, that's the same way I feel. I feel like I'm like human brain. Elastigirl and Evelyn can't have an affair because morals and everything.
And marriage and love.
Yeah. Lesbian part of my brain is like Evelyn, and it's like Evelyn uses mind control to sleep with Elastigirl.
And you're like so there for it.
I'm like, that's so horrible. But I'm like, but I want to see it.
I just want everyone to know how much Ellie's like blushing right now, but still totally committed to it.
It's so horrible.
She's ashamed, but she's not wanting it still.
Yeah, I'm ashamed, but I'm not. I'm still saying the words.
Also, can I tell you how all I can think of with the step on me hot evil lady is how it's reminding me of the whole thing after the Met Gala with Tessa Thompson? And did you see how someone on Twitter was like, Tessa Thompson, like, step on my neck or something, and she literally quote tweeted them and was like, I would, but gently.
Oh my god.
Because did you see her shoes at the Met Gala? Holy shit. Anyways, we're getting a little off topic here.
Off topic. All right.
Let's start with Evelyn's hair. Can we just start like at the top, and the top is her hair?
Yes. Literally perfectly cut. I don't know the numbers because I never get my hair cut that short, but it's like a boy's like 3 or whatever the number is. And always looks like she rolled out of bed, but did it on purpose. Like how messy it is.
It's a perfect lesbian haircut.
It's perfect. Yes.
It really is.
It's gorgeous.
Like, I don't wear my hair even that long anymore, but I kind of want that haircut.
Yes.
You know what I want? I want that haircut but for, like, Shane to give it to me.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Like, don't you imagine...
Shane definitely cut Evelyn's hair for Incredibles 2.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's so gay. It's so perfect. We love it.
Evelyn just, like, pops down to LA every now and then to get a haircut.
Well, she is, like, a design mastermind, so I'm sure she has plenty of money to go fly to LA and get her hair cut whenever she wants. Yeah. If we keep moving down, actually physically, I actually want to talk about the eyes.
Okay.
So there are...
Nothing in the forehead region screamed gay at you? Got it.
Yeah,
eyes,
the forehead,
eyes next.
forehead's a little bi. The eyes,
Okay.
lesbian. She just, you know, we always talk about, like, the lesbian smolder.
Yeah.
Like, she has it so bad. And
They also cannot stop making eye contact.
she always, yes, and she's always using that lesbian smolder and directing it towards Elastigirl.
Yeah.
Like, always. Yes. It's all over Twitter where people just post all of these GIFs of Evelyn and her freaking eyes. Like, just giving lesbian eyes.
Well, and you know what, too? What I have to say is, here's the thing. When you have actresses, right? I understand there are a lot of ships that are non-canon ships where you just feel like the writers are refusing to lean into the obvious chemistry between their actors. But the chemistry is there, right? And that might just be because sometimes people have chemistry, and the chemistry can be reflective of a lot of different things between those two people and how they interact with each other on a set. But this isn't a set. These aren't actors.
It's literally, they made the animation to be gay.
Yes.
They chose.
Right? All I've done is
Yeah.
watch clips, and I'm watching clips going, who did this? This can't be by accident. It's impossible. You have to have done this on purpose. How do you purposefully do this and not know?
Yes.
You can't not know.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way.
I like to think that whoever was, like, the lead animator on this, like, looks like Evelyn. like and literally, like, was just, like, throwing, like, was like, this is me, like, and just made herself, like, the most,
She
like,
wrote her own fan fiction.
yeah, she
as
wrote
the
her
movie.
own story. She was like,
great.
if I could be a lesbian supervillain, I would be Evelyn.
I love it.
Yeah. But whoever greenlit all the clips just had no clue. And, like, animator Evelyn's just sitting there like...
AKA a man. Yeah, okay.
Animator Evelyn's like, hee, we got it through.
Well, because it's amazing sometimes how straight people are just like, oh, what two good friends? And
Yeah.
you're like, what?
Two good friends bonding over feminism. I'm like,
Right.
Feminism is also a metaphor for lesbians. I'm just kidding. Straight women, please be feminist. And straight men can be feminists. I'm just kidding. But you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean. Everything should be gay, and that's why we're here.
Yeah.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. And as we head into Thanksgiving time, I want to start by thanking my wife, Kelsey, who has not only listened to just about every episode of this podcast for 8 seasons now, but who also is the only reason I'm able to make time to record it every week. She takes the kids, gets them dinner, and gets them ready for bed just so that Ellie and I can come on and yell about gay things into each other's faces for an hour. So here's a reminder to send some thanks to the people you're grateful for in your life, including yourself. I've been in therapy for a long time now, and one thing that's so important about therapy is how it teaches you to be more intentional. And being intentional about gratitude and how to show that to the people you appreciate is just one of the many benefits that I've gotten from therapy over the years. If you've been thinking of starting therapy, consider giving BetterHelp a try. I know how hard it can be to find time for regular therapy, and BetterHelp is designed to be flexible and convenient for your schedule. You can fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. If you want to start being more intentional about gratitude in your life, visit betterhelp.com/letshangout today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/letshangout.
Let's hang out.
For many businesses, the holiday season can be both an exciting and stressful time. With so many balls in the air, one thing you definitely want to know you can rely on is how you're selling your products. And with Shopify, you can rest easy knowing it's the home of the #1 checkout on the planet. Nobody does selling better than Shopify, and when it comes to successful brands like Aloe, Allbirds, or Skims, an often overlooked secret is all the things that go on behind the scenes that make selling, and for shoppers, buying, simple. For millions of businesses, if you take a peek behind that curtain, you'll see that Shopify is what makes it all possible. Shop Pay boosts conversions up to 50%, so that's more happy customers and way more sales going. It's true all the time, but especially this time of year, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling, on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout we use for Realm merch with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/realm, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/realm to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/realm.
What's up, guys? It's the champ, Sean O'Malley, here to talk to you about Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best place to win real money while watching football. Run your game on Prize Picks.
Prize Picks will give you $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Just download the Prize Picks app and use code SPOTIFY. That's code SPOTIFY on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play a $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Ladies and gentlemen.
What are you doing?
What do you mean?
Just keep it simple.
I'm making the promo.
Just keep it simple. Just say, hey, we're the Brav Bros. Two guys that talk about Bravo.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're the Brav Bros.
No.
Oh.
Dude, stop with the voice. Just keep it simple.
I've seen promos on TV, dude. This is how you get the fans engaged. This is how you get listeners. We're trying to get listeners here. If we just say, oh, we're two dudes that talk about Bravo, people are going to get tired of it already. We need some oomph.
All right, then fine. Let's try to do it with your voice.
Brav Bros.
Good job.
I really love that you started by talking like from the head down, because I feel like this actually is a perfect way to start to like actually go through Evelyn.
But I just want to be clear that we are moving our way down this character, not in like a male gazy way, but in like a female gazy way, okay?
Yes, G-A-Y-Z-E.
Get your female gaze t-shirts now.
Shameless plug.
Yeah.
Just in time for Pride. Okay, so if we keep moving down, I guess the next thing would be her outfits. You think?
Yes.
Is there anything in between? The smirk, the lesbian smirk, I feel like goes with the lesbian gaze.
She does kind of have a lesbian smirk.
Yeah, but that's neither here nor there. So, the outfits. Her first freaking outfit. Like, Lee, you're wearing it right now. Like, are you wearing it? Oh, no, you're not. I thought it was a button down. I wish.
Oh, no, but you know, I do own a lot of button downs.
Like, a striped button down shirt. Every time you see her, she's in a button down. And, like... Same thing. I don't want to keep saying, like, lesbian stereotypes. Lesbians wear button-downs. But lesbians wear button-downs.
And we look good in them. And she looks good in them.
She looks good.
You know why? It's because they go with that expertly coiffed hair.
Exactly. They were really just pushing it. Oh, my goodness. All right. And then moving even further down. I really love this. She can't sit.
She cannot.
She cannot sit. She cannot. There are so many times where she is, number one, she sits on a table cross-legged one time. Why are you sitting? She's not even sitting on a chair. Like, she can't sit so much. She doesn't even know what you sit on.
She's like sprawled in a chair. Yeah, girl can't sit.
She cannot sit. Those are my favorite things on Twitter, when they just have pictures of Evelyn in all of her different seating positions. Oh my god. Evelyn is a queer icon. She really is.
I kind of love it too, because it's like, no, we're gonna finish. I'm gonna come back to this. I'm gonna hold on to this. We're gonna finish our way, working our way across Evelyn first.
Okay, I feel like that's pretty much it. She can't sit. I don't I don't remember too much about her shoes. They probably were Doc Martens, but I couldn't tell you.
Okay, the other Evelyn characteristics that I want to toss out there as gay.
Yes.
One, when okay, so we already spoilered, she's the bad guy. And again, I haven't seen the movie, so all I've seen is like this clip in a fan vid that someone made, and she is drugging Elastigirl something. I don't know what's happening.
I'll tell you what happens.
Okay, you tell me. You've at least seen the movie. You tell me.
So she is this like genius mastermind inventor, and she creates these goggles, basically mind control goggles, that she puts on all of the superheroes.
This is way better than my, like, roofie imagination of the scene.
Yes.
I mean, not by much, but, you know, it's at least more technological.
I do think, though, now that I'm remembering, I think she does, like, slip her something so that she passes out, and then she puts when she wakes up, the goggles are on her. So she's...
Okay, well then, whenever she roofies her, they're in a plane or something, and she roofies her, and then she pulls her little chin up in the gayest move ever.
Yes.
Oh my god. That, I was just... It was gay. It's very gay.
That's honestly it.
And I also really love how apparently the plan of let's rebrand Elastigirl is put her on a fucking motorcycle. Gay, 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 gay.
Yes. And whose idea was that? Gay Evelyn.
Gay Evelyn. They may as well have called her Elastigay. I mean, come on.
Come on. So here's my, like, super inappropriate, horribly problematic retelling of the story.
Okay.
Is that, and it honestly doesn't take much. In the real movie, Evelyn wants to control the superheroes because her father was killed and she blames superheroes for his death. Okay? And so she wants superheroes banned, and she's going to control them to make them evil. So blah, 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 whatever. So my retelling of the story, that whole thing happens, but she falls in love with Elastigirl. And so her plan to control all the superheroes, she still goes through with it, but she decides last minute that in controlling Elastigirl, she wants to keep her as her pet.
Oh, no.
It's so problematic.
Oh, no.
I know. She wants to keep her and use the mind control on her to keep her as her girlfriend. That's my retelling.
Okay, but then plot twist is Helen wasn't really under mind control.
This whole time. Yes, and she is actually really in love with Evelyn as well.
I've unproblematiced it a little bit for us.
Thank you. Yeah, she takes off the goggles and she's like, wait, but I do still love you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's twisted. But Evelyn's a villain. She's a villain. And I want to keep her as a villain because it's, you know, she's pretty badass. Not gonna lie.
So what I wanted to say before, but I wanted to hold on to, is I do kind of love, because one of the things about the Incredibles movies is they take place in this sort of ambiguous time era.
Yes.
Right? Where it's like kind of like the 50s.
But also like super high tech.
Right. It's like futuristic, steampunky 50s.
Yes.
Right? And so, I think there is some validity to my gay synopsis of it, which is that I really feel like it is, right? I get that she didn't actually have an affair, but I think they just sort of flipped the whole thing on its head. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, flipped that stereotypical dichotomy on its head of husband's gonna go out to work every day and be led astray by feminine wiles, and instead you have Elastigirl who's gonna go out, be given a motorcycle, and fall for a giant gay.
True.
And I'm kind of here for it. I sort of like that.
It is honestly true. Even in the movie, not even reading too much into it, she falls in love with that life. Like, she falls in love with being the provider, being the person who's working, being that person. And she connects with Evelyn in a way of Evelyn works for herself. Evelyn's never had to, clearly you can tell, Evelyn has never had to be at home taking care of the kids with her man. I don't think she's ever had to answer to a man ever in her life because she's a big old Les. And I think Elastigirl envies Evelyn. Like, she envies the life that Evelyn has had of making it on her own without a man ever. Even though she loves Bob, no matter what, I think there still is some jealousy of Evelyn's life, like wanting that.
Agreed. Can we also go down some lesbian rabbit holes a little bit?
Of course.
I see one of them that you have written down.
Yes,
Let's start with
I needed to. Okay, so Holly Hunter plays Elastigirl. And as I was going through Holly Hunter's IMDb, I found that not too long ago, she played Billie Jean King, which we all know, lesbian.
I mean, it was 18 years ago, but who's counting?
You know, not too long ago. But still, amazing. And I'm sure Lee has plenty of other lesbian rabbit holes for us to go down.
I have just one, but it's one I'm very, very proud of, okay? Because Evelyn is voiced by Catherine Keener, who I cannot believe has never played gay. I was so sure I was going to find something, and I didn't. But I did find an excellent lesbian rabbit hole, which is that Catherine Keener has a younger sister, and her younger sister is named Elizabeth Keener, who some people might also know as fucking Dawn Denbo from
Are you
season
kidding?
5 of The L Word.
Oh my god. Honestly, one of the most iconic characters. Oh,
and this is my lover, Cindy.
that is so fucking great.
So, there you go. Our lesbian rabbit hole of today is Dawn Denbo, the little sister to Evelyn Dever.
That is so good.
Of course she has Shane cut her hair. It's her sister's nemesis.
That is amazing. I love, also, for our listeners, we always put together an outline for these episodes. I took down my notes, write them in the outline. Lee likes to save some of hers, keep them to herself, and surprise me with them. And I'm so happy that you didn't write that down.
I couldn't ruin the real reaction to hearing it live. Come on.
Yeah. So Lee keeps all these secrets just for you. So just wanted to let you know how much she cares about the authenticity of this podcast.
It was too good to hold on to that one. I like to keep something in my pocket, you know? That's all.
It's so good.
Got something up the sleeves of these button-downs I wear.
Oh my god. Just like Evelyn.
Yeah, except mine isn't roofies, okay? I promise.
Oh. No villains here.
So, okay, should we do our ships, Ellie?
Let's dig in. Obviously, the characters we are shipping are Helen, also known as Elastigirl, and Evelyn. They do already have a ship name, which, should I wait to say it till after we try to come up with some ridiculous
I think you
ones?
can say it.
Okay.
I mean, it's the most obvious one, I feel like.
It's the most obvious one. So their ship name is Heveland, which I actually love. So I'm gonna have a really hard time coming up with new ones. But if I have to be weird, Elastalin.
I think Elastalin would work. I want to do something with Dever, like Devastigirl. It kind of sounds like Disastigirl.
Oh, I like that though.
Devastigirl.
I like Devastigirl. See, Helen and Evelyn are clearly meant to be together because most of their ship names would work.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Elastalin.
Evagirl.
What's Helen's last name? Parr?
Yeah, but she would probably have to change it if they got together.
Yeah, we don't know her maiden name.
Yeah.
Thanks the 50s.
God damn it. And I also would like to say honorable mention to Void and Elastigirl. But Void and the Elastigirl poster on her wall. Poor Void.
Aw, she would have been so cute, though.
I know. Void will get her girl.
She'll get someone, right?
Oh, yeah.
If there's an Incredibles 3, it's gonna be Violet coming out and Void getting, like, a cute, supportive girlfriend.
Yes.
Okay.
I love it.
I'm here for it.
I love it. Yeah, I would just like to say I never thought an animated film could be so gay. And I'm so here for it.
So Incredibles 2
should have been gay.
Should have been gay.
Let me hear you say hip, 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 we're gay.
We love hearing from all of you. We love continuing to build this community, and we want to take the opportunity to shout out some of our favorite things that have been happening every episode.
Okay, so I have a few shout outs this episode. And one of the biggest ones is to two of my best friends, Alexa Evans and Amelia Torek. They hosted our first ever Les Hangouts Denver. It was wonderful. They had a great time, and I just can't wait to have some more of them. We also had a bunch of you reach out to us on social media this week. It was a really fun week on our social medias. So I want to shout out a few of you. And the first one is Hannah K98, who sent me the most hilarious meme that said, when people tell me to stop saying when something should have been gay, and is just Salt Bae sprinkling down little pride flags. So that made my day. And I just want to say thank you, Hannah, for sending that to me. And I want to shout out another one of our listeners from Australia who sent us this really wonderful Instagram message that says that she's had a really hard time finding shameless pride in being a lesbian. And you know, we find shameless pride in being lesbians. So I'm really happy that she said that the podcast has validated a lot of her struggles and is really helping her through. So I wanted to say thank you to her, and to also let her know that we're here anytime she wants to shamelessly be a lesbian. And I'd like to just say a quick shout out to everyone who took our poll for the favorite, if you were team Lady Sarah or team Abigail. And I just like to say Lady Sarah forever, 92%. Sorry to the 8% of Abigails. Love you, but no. And as always, we have to thank our top tier Lesbian Jesus patrons, Amy and Ellen,
Kayla Kelly,
Lizette Stye,
Tanya Ferguson,
Jess Klaus,
Danny Griswold,
Michelle Ray Thomas,
Sarah and Julia,
Nicole Gross,
Carrie Ann Lawrence,
and Mark Foster.
Thank you so much to all of you and to all of our patrons who make this podcast possible for us. We could not do it without your support.
Remember, you can also find us on all the social medias, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Let's Hang Out Pod.
You can email us at letshangoutpod@gmail.com. Keep sending us your should have been gay suggestions. We cannot get enough of them.
You can check out our website at letshangoutpod.com.
And make sure that you subscribe in whatever app you use to listen to podcasts, and you'll get new episodes as soon as they air.
Make sure you also subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/letshangoutpod. We're releasing videos every other Thursday.
If you want to help support the podcast, there are so many different ways that you can do that. First one, it's easy, it's free. Go on iTunes, leave us a rating, leave us a review. It really helps new people find the podcast.
And if you want to support us financially, you can join us on Patreon at bit.ly/lespatreon. We love our Patreon members. We have such a good time with watch parties, our Facebook page. We even have a little Discord chat. We've been talking about Captain Marvel, how gay it is, you know, the usual. So join us there at bit.ly/lespatreon.
If you do want to pick up a female gaze shirt or any of our other designs, you can get them at bit.ly/lesshop. Make sure you check it out. Pride is coming up. We have so many good designs that you could rock at whatever Pride you're going to be going to.
Amazing. And we actually have a sale on all of our t-shirts this week, the 22nd through the 24th, so make sure you get those to get your t-shirts right before Pride. And if you want to donate to our Trevor Project campaign, you can do that at bit.ly/lestrevor.
A final way that you can help support the podcast is come see us live. We have a show coming up at Boston Pride. We are going to be at WBUR City Space. We will have details coming up soon. It is still kind of being worked out, but we are so excited. We can't wait to see you all there. If you want to follow us individually, the best place to find me is on Twitter and Instagram at LSH Foster.
And you can find me at Ellie Brigida on Instagram and Twitter. And with that, I'm Ellie.
And I'm Lee. And let's hang out again soon.
Let's hang out.
Buffet brawlers, glory holes gone wrong, cannibalistic castration cabins, public poopers? These are just a few of the crazy topics you'll hear covered on Excuse Me, That's Illegal, the pettiest podcast around. Whether you need a break from all that murdery true crime stuff, or just enjoy hearing hilarious stories told in a unique way, I got what you need. I'm Leroy Luna, your fearless host / chauffeur. So come hop in my minivan and let's go for a ride. I promise you probably won't be disappointed. Excuse me, that's illegal is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, basically everywhere you consume podcasts, with new episodes dropping on the 10th, 20th, and 30th of the month, baby!